Imagine you're scrolling late at night, half asleep, eyes dry as dust, about to call it quits when, boom, there it is. Another headline that slaps you awake, Trump named in Epstein files, and your brain goes on high alert. Wait, the President of the United States of America, the billionaire with gold toilets? What files? Should I panic? Should I text my conspiracy-loving cousin who still thinks Elvis is alive and living in Ohio? Okay, breathe. Let's unpack this calmly because this story is one giant knot of real facts, old photos, half-truths, and internet rumor fuel that just won't quit. So first, the basics. Who was Jeffrey Epstein, and why does his name send the internet into meltdown mode every few months? Epstein was a super-connected financier who surrounded himself with billionaires, politicians, royalty, and celebrities, all while secretly running a horrifying trafficking ring that preyed on young girls. He got away with it for years, partly because he was rich enough to buy silence, and partly because he made himself useful to other powerful people. If you wanted an introduction to someone in New York high society, Epstein knew them. If you needed to fly to an island for a private party, Epstein had the jet. If you wanted to rub elbows with big names at his Manhattan townhouse, he'd open the door. That's how he built a black book full of famous people. And when he finally got arrested, suddenly everyone he'd ever shaken hands with had a target on their back. So how does Donald Trump fit in? Trump and Epstein moved in the same Palm Beach circles back in the day. Fancy clubs, charity galas, parties with so many shrimp cocktails, you'd think Florida was about to run out of shrimp. There are photos of Trump and Epstein laughing together, posing for the camera, sometimes with other famous faces in the background. One clip shows Trump and Epstein at Mar-a-Lago, Trump's private club. Back then, Trump called Epstein a terrific guy, which sounds fine until you know what Epstein was really doing behind the scenes. Spoiler, not terrific. Here's where people get tangled up. At some point, Trump reportedly banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago after an alleged incident with a young woman, so they stopped being party buddies. That piece is important because it's part of the public record. They were connected, they fell out, and years later, Epstein's crimes blew up for everyone to see. But the photos, they live forever. Every time new files come out, people pull those old images back up, slap on a clickbait caption, and boom, instant internet wildfire. And Trump's not alone. When Epstein's jet logs, guest lists, and little black book leak, you see a parade of huge names. Bill Clinton, who flew on Epstein's plane for charity work, but always denied knowing about Epstein's hidden life. Prince Andrew, who got sued and settled but never shook the scandal. Elon Musk, Oprah. Names pop up and spin wild theories, even when there's no real proof. So let's get clear on this. Being in Epstein's files doesn't automatically mean you did something illegal. It might mean you were invited to a dinner, or maybe your name got scribbled in by a staffer who wanted you there. Or maybe Epstein wanted to brag about knowing you. Power by association. For him, collecting powerful names was like Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all. And sadly, it worked. But here's where the rumor machine goes nuts. The internet doesn't care about boring context. It wants juicy secrets, shady screenshots, and dramatic music over pixelated photos. So one real fact, Trump and Epstein were seen together, turns into secret island trips in some random video that your cousin swears is 100% true because it has grainy footage and a guy whispering, "They don't want you to know this." It's like this. Conspiracy theories are fun because they feel like you've discovered a hidden map while everyone else is asleep. They're sticky, they spread fast, and they make you feel like you're in on a secret, whether or not the secret is real. But here's the truth. Epstein's actual crimes were horrifying enough without the need to sprinkle in aliens, lizard people, or Bigfoot on the island. And that's the real danger. The noise drowns out what matters. The real victims, the real crimes, the real money trails. So what should you do when you see a bombshell headline? First, check the source, a real source. If there's no link to a legit court file, news outlet, or real document, toss it. Second, read the actual context. Did someone really fly to the island, or did they just share a cocktail shrimp once? Third, follow the money. A lot of people hype conspiracies because drama gets clicks, clicks get ads, and ads pay for someone's fourth yacht. And here's the kicker. Once a scandal sticks, it sticks forever. Even if tomorrow every court document says Trump only had photos, nothing more, people will still share those photos for decades. It's rumor superglue. That's why you're here, to keep your sense clear. If you like this, hit subscribe. Drop a comment with the wildest Epstein theory you've seen. The crazier the better. See you next time, only on Sense Decoded.